Hello and welcome back to this Final Fantasy X Let's Play with me, JRPG. In the last episode, we took care of some stuff in the ruins with the Bhed. We met Riku for the first time. There's weird sounds coming from us when we walk over this, I've just noticed. But without further ado, let's speak to Riku and find out a little bit more about Sin.
You said... you play Blitzball?
Uh-huh.
You know, you should go to Luca. Someone might know who you are, or you might find someone you recognize.
Luca?
Huh. Okay, leave it to me. I'll get you to Luca. Promise. You'd rather stay here? Okay, I'll go tell the others. Wait here. Oh, and one thing. Don't tell anyone you're from Zanarkand, okay? Yevon says it's a holy place. You might upset someone.
Oh, uh-huh.
Very confusing.
My Zanarkand? Some kind of holy place? Yeah, right, I thought. Since when? Yevon? Sin? Luca? I thought Sin just took me to a faraway place, that I could go back in a day or two. But 1,000 years into the future? No way! Whoa!
Shin! Sinek Musa! Etonic! Etonic!
And once again, Tidus finds himself lost at sea. Or just falling off things into nothing. Into whirlpools. Sometimes up, sometimes down. We will save the current game. Let's go for this one.
Riku! Blitzball!
Hey, you okay?
Hey!
Nicely done. We've got some things that we need to do before we head over there, though. We need to go grab this. Which I believe is a moon crest, which is useful, but not right now, much later on in the game. And over here, on the left-hand side of the beach, there is a chest, and in it is a antidote. ×2, always handy. Right, let's go see Waka.
Yo. Hiya.
You wanna try that move one more time?
Finally. Things were starting to look up.
You know, amateur. Who you play for?
The Zanarkand Abes.
What team you say again?
It seems pretty
I meant
pretty odd that they're so high D and then all of the other guys are like
I
got blockheads.
Close to Sin, and my head's all foggy like. So I don't know where this place is, or even where I came from.
Sin's toxin got to you, but you're still alive. Praise be to Yevon. All right, back to practice. I'm Waka, coach and captain of the Besaid Aurochs, brother. What, you hungry? Okay, back to the village. I'll get you something.
I felt like I could trust this Waka, so I just had to ask. It's true Zanarkand was destroyed, right? 1,000 years ago? So it's just a big pile of rubble now, isn't it?
Long time ago, there were a whole lot of cities in Spira. Big cities with machina, machines to run them. People played all day and let the machina do the work. And then, well, take a look. Sin came and destroyed the machina cities. And Zanarkand along with him. Yeah, that was about 1,000 years ago. Just like you said. If you ask me, Sin's our punishment for letting things get out of hand. What gets me, though, is we gotta suffer because of what some goofballs did way back when. Of course, we must always repent for our sins. That's important. It's just that it's hard to keep at it sometimes, you know?
It was just as Riku said. Waka and Riku couldn't both be lying. Why would they?
But you from the Zanarkand Abes, that was a good one, huh? Hey, I'm not saying that team never existed, yeah? But you gotta figure, a team living in luxury like that be pretty soft, eh?
I appreciated the fact that Waka was trying to cheer me up. But at that time, all I could think about was everything that happened to me. All this started with Sin. Maybe if I could find Sin one more time, I could go home. For now, I'd just live life until that time came. No more worrying about where or when I was. Sure, it was hard not to think of home, but I started to feel better already. A little better, maybe.
And there we go. So, as we've seen, there is obviously quite a lot of religious element to the world, to Spira, of which Waka seems to be rather big proponent of. He believes that sin is the punishment for using the machines. It's very Unabomber of him.
What's the big idea?
What is the big idea? So we can actually get a whole bunch of stuff here in the water. We can get ourselves some cozy little items, and we also get to see Waka for the first time. So Waka kind of plays like almost like a status effect machine. That's what he really shines at. adding bonuses. Bit odd that his weapons are ball, but you know, it's all good really. Right, let's make our way down and have a little gander around. I will take all of the leveling I can get, to be honest. Let's look at this skill. So dark attack inflicts darkness on an enemy. So yeah, this is what he's going to specialize in, is adding those status effects. And we got an overkill. Ewaka. I do also love his accent. A lot. It's probably one of my favourite Final Fantasy accents, if I'm honest. I think it's great. We're gonna chill out in the water. Why not? Miss. 40's fine. We'll take a look at the sphere at another point. I don't think it's that important right now. As we see our first treasure chest, just floating out here. And we got ourselves 2 antidote. There is a way to get some Phoenix down and some high potions, but let's not worry about that. We don't have to worry. So much of this game is spent underwater. It's a bit odd, if you ask me, but there you go. And we got an S level up. Should have a quick look at the sphere grids. Walker can't move anywhere right now, but he's got his dark attack here. What is it that's here? Silence attack. And then at Tidus, we'll give him a power sphere. We'll increase his strength by 1. May as well whilst we can.
Let me go!
Got a favor to ask you.
You want me on your team, right?
Hmm? A major Blitz tournament's coming up. All the teams in Spira will be there. It's so huge, I'm sure someone there will recognize you. Then you can go back to your old team, right? It'll be fun. What do you say, huh? Come on, come on!
Sure thing.
Dude, our team is gonna rock, eh?
I thought then that Blitzball and Sin were the only 2 things that Spira and Zanarkand had in common. I wasn't too far off either.
This is where I was born. I started Blitz when I was 5. I joined the Aurochs at 13, 10 years ago. 10 years, and we never won a game. Well, After last year's tournament, I quit. Time seemed right.
Imagine playing for 10 years and never winning
After
even a
quitting,
single
I got
game.
this new job, yeah? But every time my mind wandered, I thought about the game.
10 years without a single win will do that.
My first match last year was my big chance. But something else was on my mind. I couldn't focus.
Nice excuse.
Hey!
So, you want to win the next tournament? Go out with a bang. So, what's our goal?
I don't care how we do. Long as we play our best.
Wrong.
If we give it our all, I can walk away happy.
No. If I say, what's our goal? You say, victory! When you play in a Blitzball tournament, you play to win.
Victory? You're serious?
He's got a bit of a weird view of competitive sports. But I would say that's all. Can I get into counters here? I can't.
The one from the sea.
Be on guard. There are fiends on the road today.
After surviving your run-in with Sin, it would be a shame if something happened now.
Who are they?
Luzu and Gata, Crusaders.
Huh?
Cruise of what?
Crews of what?
What, you forgot that too? Hey, sorry. Don't worry about it. I'll help you out.
Cool. In return, come tournament time, I'll make sure we take the cup.
Cool. About the Crusaders, you can ask them yourself. They got a lodge in a village.
Can we fight any fiends before we go into the village? Apparently not.
Besaid village.
They got any food there?
We'll get you something over there later. Take a look around first. Let's see. The Crusaders' lodge is over yonder. Luzu and Gata are usually there. All right. Over here.
Huh? What's up?
You do remember the prayer, right?
Of course I'd never prayed before in my life. Not that he would know that.
You must have forgot or something. Here, I'll show you. Go ahead, you try.
Do you remember it, guys? Sorry, my dog's about. If you're hearing weird sounds, I'm apologizing.
Okay, now, go present yourself to the temple summoner.
Any Blitzball player would know that prayer. It was the Blitzball sign for victory.
How very, very strange. So we got ourselves a Phoenix down. It's a little faded out area here on the minimap that you can see. But if you go grab these, got yourself a potion, some money, and a high potion as well. Right, should we go see the Crusaders? I think it's worth a look.
Hey, you! You were attacked by Sin, right? Recently, was it?
I think so.
So, Sin can't be far, right? You're not hiding anything, are you?
Why would I?
If Sin's nearby, it'll attack the island for sure. But it hasn't. I wonder why.
I'm sorry. I really don't know anything. To tell the truth, I don't even know what the Crusaders are.
You're kidding, right?
Sin, the toxin. Gotta tell him who we are.
Yes, sir. The Crusaders are sworn to battle Sin. We have chapters throughout Spira, accepting all who wish to join our struggle. The hero Mihen formed the Crusaders 800 years ago as the Crimson Blades. Later, our ranks grew and we called ourselves the Crusaders. We've been fighting Sin ever since.
What? You've been fighting 800 years and you still haven't beat it?
Well, we've steered Sin away from towns many times. And that's all we can do. Nobody's ever been able to defeat it. Our mission as Crusaders is to protect the temples, towns, villages, and people of Spira.
So, then whose job is it to defeat Sin?
Is Sin's toxin really this bad, sir?
It does seem rather bad. We could just tell you, but I think it better for you to try and remember. Go pray at the temple. Perhaps Yevon will help you regain your memory.
Short-sightedness. I tell you, short-sightedness. But it seems like he's telling us that we should make our way into the temple, which you would guess that would be this building here. I love the music inside the temple.
It was then, standing in that place. I began to realize how different this world was from my own.
Years have passed since Lord Braska became High Summoner. And finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
Well, what's a High Summoner? I got too close to Sin's, toxin. It was funny hearing myself make the same excuse over and over. Funny, and a little sad.
The Summoners are practitioners of a sacred art, sworn to protect the people of Yevon. Only a chosen few become Summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to us. They are the blessing of Yevon.
So what he meant was that we should respect some kind of great men, or something like that, I figured.
All very confusing. So, there appeared to be no religion in Zanarkand, where Tidus is from. But here in this new place is warmed up, it seems to be very, very focused on the old religion. Yevon, summoners are apparently people that call forth from Aeons.
Sorry, man. No time for lunch yet. Take a nap. You look pushed.
You could at least go see how they are doing.
We can't interfere. It's a rule.
But it's been nearly.
It's been what now?
But it's been nearly.
It's been nearly a day already.
Perhaps you could go look for us.
People are searching for him now.
Thank you.
Who cares whether he comes back or not?
But he might die.
Fine, let him.
Do you hate him so? But if he dies, you'll never be able to tell him how much you hate him.
It's got some daddy issues. Evidently.
Waka?
Waka? Waka Flocka Flame? It's the only thing that ever comes to my brain. Right, we're gonna go over to the Crusader's hut again. There's some things which do tutorials, but I'm gonna ignore that for now. What I want to grab is... There's obviously a save point here. There's some very good looking cats. I saw the Apprentice Summer and 2 Guardians enter temple yesterday. Everything looked alright. Now I'm starting to worry. Very, very, very much so. We do not need to save. But if you see on the floor, it's another Albed primer, and it reveals that peas are bees. This is tutorials using sphere grid, so we've already looked at that. We don't need to see this again. I'll come back in a second. Okay, and then it also has all of these, but I'm pretty sure that I remember most. If not, I'll learn. I'll learn them as I go along. We've got changing weapon and armor during battle. I don't think we really need to learn any of this, but just in case you're watching, this isn't a 100% walkthrough. There are better people to watch. But just so you guys know. Right. We heard Waka say something about there being Waka leaving.
Is something wrong?
The summoner hasn't returned from the trial.
Eh?
Well, apprentice summoner, really.
Huh?
There's a room in there called the Cloister of Trials. Beyond is where the apprentice summoner prays. If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner. Remember?
So someone is in there somewhere and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
A day's already gone by.
Is it particularly dangerous in there?
Sometimes, yes.
Why don't you go in and help?
There's already guardians in there. Besides, it's forbidden.
Hey, but what if something happens? What if the summoner dies?
The precepts must be obeyed.
Like I care.
Ooh. Like he cares.
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all.
So, I think this is a good place to say if you've enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time when we do the cloister for the first time. See you guys then. Peace.